Welcome to Dependable Flame, where we explore vintage petrol lighters, ashtrays, tobacciana, and other useful mechanisms. Make yourself at home. Today we are going to hopefully clear the flint tube in this Firefly, what is it labeled exactly? Firefly automatic super lighter. This looks a lot like the Continental, a little mini Continental with emerald green enamel that I sold this past week. We're going to start here with pulling out the fulcrum screw cap. I tried to blow this flint tube out and put a flint up in it when I thought I had it clear, and it wasn't clear, it wouldn't spark, and then the flint wouldn't come back out. So now that we got the cap off, we will go ahead and take something small and push that fulcrum screw up where we can get a hold of it. You do that, make sure you keep your hand over the spring here. Don't let all that come flying out. Doesn't have a flint spring in it right now anyway. Just like a Ronson Adonis, have your clutch on the left side or the front side, whatever you call it. And you can see there the flint that I put in there that was almost all the way up there. We will go ahead and get that pushed back down, and then make sure that our flint tube is clear. The spring, well, it acts like it wants to start in there, but it's not really getting far. Should have made sure I had my drill bits here handy when I started. This 3/32 bit should be just what we need. We'll just slowly turn that, get rid of any burr or buildup of old flint debris, whatever it may be. It looks pretty clear there to me now. I don't think we're going to have any problem. Actually, that looks like that flint tube is straight. Wouldn't have imagined that. Looks like hopefully we got that cleared out now. Usually those tubes are curved. So now that we have, go ahead and blow that out with my mouth. Not much there. Rather than taking the time to go in and blow it out with the machine. Get our gear put back on the front side. Have everything lined up. I've had many questions about lining those gears up. They just fit in there like a puzzle. I don't know what people mean by lining them up. We get everything here lined back up in time. If you try to go too high with it, then you will be able to see that. So you need to work the teeth down a position. And there it slides in between the posts. Get our fulcrum screw. If it will not coax into place, and sometimes you'll need to take a sharp point like that, get it all lined up. and then it should drop right into place. Now we will get the fulcrum cap back on. And just for those of you that saw the other video about how to get a screwdriver on both sides of this, when I'm putting a lighter back together, I don't typically tighten it that tight to where I put a screwdriver on both sides. Usually you can get it tight enough by holding that with your fingernail. So holding it in place like that, and get the screwdriver on the front side, and however much you can torque it without breaking your nail, that should be good enough. Got all that back in place there. Get our flint back down the tube. Flint, spring, and screw. And it is sparking. Just in case our friend Montas Chabibulinas is watching, I will go ahead and fuel this lighter up. I'm sure there are some other satisfaction-minded viewers out there as well. This little lighter won't take too much. It's a little bit more simple than the Continental lighter I was talking about, the green enameled lighter that I sold last week. It looks identical to me, the design of the lighter, all that, the mechanism. Just this one's marked Firefly and is a sort of a plain, has some kind of a design and a monogram panel, but doesn't have the fancy paint that the other one did, or even, I don't think it's an engine turn design. It's just sort of a finish, I believe. Is it too wet to start? A little bit too wet. Maybe I can't put it out. Until next time.